Alright then gang, so I feel like we've knocked out a bit of the basics now when it comes to working with the router, making routes, pages, layouts, nested routes and so forth. Now I want to talk about one of the newer features of the React router, which is only available to us when we make our routes like this using the create browser router function, and only for versions at least 6.4 and up, so make sure you have a recent version installed. And the new feature I want to show you in this lesson is something called loaders. Loaders are a way that we can load data into a component before it renders. So for example, I might have a products page component which lists a load of products that come from an API somewhere, and a loader would allow us to fetch those products from the API before the component renders in the browser. And inside that component, we then don't need to worry about using a use effect hook to go and fetch the data when the component renders and so forth, because the loader function does all that for us ahead of time. So let's see how we can make one of these. Now, I've already prepared this lesson a little bit by making another couple of routes, just so you don't have to watch me making these. And it's nothing new, you should already know how to do this. So we have a route for /careers, and that route registers a layout component which is called careers layout. I've already made that really simple layout component and it's inside the layouts folder. And if we open that, you can see it's just a div with a class of careers layout, an H2, a paragraph, and the outlook component, which is where any nested route pages inside the layouts route are going to be rendered. Speaking of nested routes, I've also made an index route inside the careers one. You can see right here it has the index prop, and this route registers the careers component, which I've already made as well. You can find that inside the careers folder in the pages directory, and this is called careers.js, this file. And inside that file is just a blank component at the moment, but it's in here that I want to be able to list a bunch of careers that we fetch from a data source, and that's what we're going to be using a loader for. So normally when we fetch data for a component, we'd make a use effect hook and then we'd fetch the data inside that. Then we'd probably update some local component state to keep that data so that we can use it in our template, right? But this time we're going to use a loader function instead, so that we don't need to use the use effect hook or store the data in any local state. And the way we do this is by first making a function outside of the component itself. So I'm going to do that beneath this comment right here, and I'm going to store the function in a constant called careers loader. Now, this function can be called whatever you want, but just use a descriptive name. So we set that equal to an async function, since we're going to be fetching data within it, and the data that we're going to fetch is from a JSON file that we have locally. Now, typically, you'd probably be fetching from an API endpoint someplace else, but for simplicity, in this tutorial, I've made a JSON file that contains a load of careers information inside the data folder. So you can see that we have a careers property, which is an array of career objects, where each one has a title, location, a salary, and a unique ID. So this is the data we'll be fetching. And we'll be doing that with the help of a package called JSON Server, which allows us to wrap a JSON file with API endpoints so we can interact with it like it's a REST API. So you'll need to install JSON Server globally on your computer first for all this to work, and you can do that in a terminal by typing npm install, then -g to say we want to install this globally, and then JSON-server, right? So press enter, it's going to install it globally, and that means you can use it anywhere on your computer, including in this project. So once it's installed, we can use it to serve up our JSON at an API endpoint by coming to the terminal again and typing JSON-server, and then we want -p flag to specify a port, which is going to be 4000 in our case. React uses 3000, so it needs to be different from 3000, which is why we're doing this. Then type -w to watch a file, and then a path to that file. So /data, and then /db.json, and then press enter. And when you do that, after a second or two, you're going to see that it will create an endpoint to fetch that careers data from, which we can then test out in a browser. So if you do go to that address in the browser, localhost port 4000 /careers, you're going to see all of this JSON data back here. So this is the data now I want to fetch inside a loader. So let's flesh out this loader function then. So it's the job of this function to fetch any data that we're going to want to use inside this component, right? And it does that when we click on the link to whatever route is associated with that loader. And we'll associate the loader with the route later on. So let's do this down here. I'm going to say const response is equal to await, and then we use the fetch API to fetch some data. And it's going to be, if I open up the terminal, this address that we want right here, this one, /careers. So I'm going to copy that and paste it right here. So that's what we want to fetch. And then we want to return the response.json. Now, this right here is a promise, but that doesn't matter. React Router is going to resolve that promise and get the data for us, which we can then access later on inside this component. And I'll show you how we do that shortly. First of all, we also need to export this function. And the reason we need to export the function is because we need to import it inside this file so we can associate it with a route. It's not enough that we create it inside this careers component file. And in fact, it doesn't have to be created inside this careers file. It can be created anywhere else in another file. All you have to do is import that function and associate it with a particular route. So I want to associate it with this index route inside the careers routes. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, enter down onto a new line for these different props. And then I'm going to attach a loader to this by using a loader prop. And we set that equal to whatever function we export right here, careers loader in our case. So careers loader, I'm going to click on that to auto import it up here somewhere. There we go. So we import the careers component, but also careers loader from that same file. So now we've associated this careers loader right here with this route. And that means whenever we visit this route /careers, because this is an index route, it's going to run this function ahead of time. So it runs that function and it fetches the data. And we're returning that JSON data right here as a promise. So that promise is going to resolve and then we can access it inside this component then. And the way we do that is by using a special hook that React Router gives to us. So I'm going to come up here and I'll say const, and you can call this data if you want. I'm going to call it careers because that's the data we're getting. And we set that equal to use loader data. So what happens is React Router is going to resolve this promise and grab the data for us. And then when we use this hook inside this component, it's going to return that data to us. And we're storing it inside this constant now. Now we have to import this up at the top. So let me do that. I'm going to say import, and we want use loader data, and that comes from React Router DOM. I also want the link component because we're going to wrap a link around every career as we list them out down here. So let's output the careers data. In here, I'm going to grab the careers. So I'll say careers and then use the map method to map through them and return a bit of template for each career. So we fire a function for each career and we pass that career in. And for each one, we want to, let me just undo that because we're going to return some JSX, so no more parentheses. For each one, we want to return a little bit of template. Now the template we're going to return is going to be a link component because eventually we're going to link to a career details page for each career. For now, I'm going to send the link to the home page. So we'll say 2 is equal to /. But later on, it will be /careers / the ID of whatever career we want to see. Now we also need a key prop when we're mapping through items in React. So that's going to be the ID of each career. Remember, we have an ID property. If we open up the JSON data, a unique ID on each of these. So that's the key prop. All right, so inside this link, I want to output the career title and also the career location. So let's do a p tag for the career title, career.title. And then below that, we'll do a p tag for the location. And I'll say based in and then career.location. All right, and I think, my friends, that is pretty much it. So just to run over this very quickly once again, we have this route, which is /careers. It's the index route of this one. Remember, this is just a layout, but this will render when we go to /careers because it's the index route. So we render that component, but before we do, it's going to run this careers loader function, which is inside here. And inside that function, we fetch some data and return the response.json. The React Router resolves that promise for us, and it returns that data right here. We get the careers, and then we map through them in the template. So this should all work. Let's preview this in a browser. All right then, so on the website, we don't have a careers link at the minute, so we're going to have to manually go to /careers up here. like so, and press enter. And when we go here, we should get that index route. It should fire the loader, grab the data, and then we can inject it into the template. So let's see if it works. And it does. Awesome. So we can see all of these different careers that we have. And if we click on one of those, it goes to the home page because we have that link component. So there's a couple of things I'd like to do at the minute. First of all, I want to add the link into the navbar to the careers page. And secondly, I'd like to style this a little bit because it looks pants at the minute. Okay, so first things first, let's go to the root layout where the navbar is and let's add in the careers link. So duplicate that. Link is to careers and the text should say careers as well. So now the link's going to appear. Secondly, I want to go to the CSS file and just add in a few styles which I've copied from my GitHub repo. And right here, we target each anchor tag inside the career. So that's each link that we output, each career. Display them as block, give it a background, which is going to look like dark blue because it's got opacity on the black. Padding is 20 pixels all the way around. Border radius 4 pixels, bit of margin top and bottom. Text decoration none to remove the underline. Now, when we hover over any p tag inside the anchor tag, then we're going to color the text, this primary variable color, which is, if we scroll up, this red color. All right, so now over here, we have careers P, strip out the margin, and then the last child, we say 0.8 ems for the font size, and then a gray color. Now this last child thing, this is, if we go to careers, this one right here, so the location. So we're making that text a little bit smaller and gray. So let's save this and preview again. Okie dokie, so we have the careers link right now. If we click on that, we get this component, which is awesome, all working, and that's looking a little bit nicer. And again, we can click on each of these and it would go to the home page at the minute. But what we are going to do is create a details page for each one of these.